Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast with Dylan and Akram. I'm Dylan.
And I am Akram.
And we are back with Season 2. Twice the pride, double the fall.
Yes, let's hope we don't screw this up with video format, baby.
Hopefully. We are kicking off our new season in style. As you can tell, we made it to the 21st century, and we have video now in our podcast. So hopefully you don't turn to stone when you watch this.
I gotta put on a mask.
Yeah, right.
Sorry, guys.
Well, you should be masking anyway, Akram.
Yeah, very true. Gotta be
it's
careful,
still a
guys.
pandemic out here.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
Also, I'd like to give a shout out to our designer for our awesome animation intro, D Fenty, you the man. I love it. Because you guys are probably sick of hearing our THX ass wave sound.
We got a lot of changes. Thank you, Defenty, for saving us.
Yeah, it's definitely awesome. But anyway, we are glad to give you guys more content this season. A lot of great stuff happening in entertainment these coming months. So to kick off our news discussion, kick off our new season, we are diving into a news discussion. So, I'd like to start off this news discussion. I'm sure it's already been out everywhere now, but I think it's just interesting to talk about. Facebook under investigation after whistleblower Frances Haugen reveals allegation of employee abuse. What do you think, Akram?
Yeah. I kind of already knew that from the movie, right? but
I feel like Ed Snowden is probably like rolling his eyes like, girl, I tried to tell him.
Right. That's crazy, man. And that short, I call it a shortage, but just, or I don't know, whatever. People couldn't use social media for a while, Instagram, Facebook. I don't know the word. Like, that's the thing. There's so much crunch time in the industry, especially for social media. Social media is a killer. Right, as a business, it's like it's not easy.
And Facebook owns like IG and WhatsApp, so it wasn't just Facebook, right? So
yeah,
I think like Zuck lost like 5 billion in stock just like the past 2 days, which is probably like what 4% of Facebook's income anyway.
Right. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's just crazy to think about that. But yeah, apparently there's like the employees are. Or they're prioritizing, I think, profit over like employee conditions, I guess. Which surprise, right?
Right. Yeah.
Big corporations. Yeah, I feel like Mark has been on trial these past couple years than O.J. Simpson, honestly.
Oh my god.
He just walks up to the Supreme Court. He's like, "Y'all sitting up here comfortable. It must be nice."
Right. Exactly. That's crazy. Yeah, it's a sad thing too, especially if you're trying to make your way up. But I expected it. I expected it because there's no way you could keep like unfortunately that's just the way the workflow works. It shouldn't be that way, but when you're that big, you forget about the little people, or you forget about even some people that's almost the same level, right? Everyone's it's a dog eat dog world, right? So
yeah, they have to be like. It has to be like a stressful job working for something that big. Like, I just think about like what it's like to like work for like Google or like Amazon or something. I mean, obviously you're earning the big bucks, but then it's like there's that stress that comes with it too. But I mean, I don't think they should like sacrifice their employees' like mental health,
right?
Just for like the sake of the company, But yeah, it's like surprise, right? But yeah, I just think, and obviously they're trying to sweep it up under the rug right now. I mean, they've already. I think Zuck released a statement to Congress, and he was like, "Well, this doesn't make any sense. I don't know how I'm like, you're the CEO. Of course you wouldn't. Like, you're not monitoring like what's happening. But I don't know. How do you feel about it?"
It's a pit of snakes. Honestly, everyone is lying. No matter what platform you're on or what industry you're in, it's always a pit of snakes, and there's always you're gonna get bit, right? And with someone such as him, with so much power, it truly is a shame. But I'm not surprised. Again, like I told you, I'm definitely not surprised. So many lies going all around, no matter what, right? But yet, we're still using Facebook, right? People, if they don't want to, use so much paper and they want to do something or recycle or whatever, we're still using that much paper or whatever. The power is in your hand, but it's in numbers, right? And so the sad part is, no matter what happens, we're still going to use Facebook. We're still going to use social media platforms. So it's a double-edged sword, right? In terms of what happened, again, it's a snake pit, and I hope
Do
it
you
gets
think
better.
do you think like Facebook is like declining as far as like patronage?
That's a good question. Um,
Because I mean, I feel like everybody's moving to TikTok now or
yeah,
Twitter,
right. Well,
which by the way have been doing really well in the past couple of days.
right. Like that's the thing. Facebook, I feel like it's very, very, very for personal use, right? That's where I get all my news from, actually. Instagram, you could really make a living off of that, especially the more, like I know that people get like, I think they have like 1 million followers and they get like 10,000 each post. I heard of something like that, especially if you have sponsors or whatever. And then TikTok is like more, it's so inflated, right? That there's just so many views, right? That I think if you get like 1 million, either 1 million or 500,000 views, you get like $25, right? Just for that, because how inflated it is, right? As where, Instagram, actually, and it has a lot to do with like psychology as well, because Instagram, I feel like it really hurts people's minds. They have these expectations for their bodies and stuff like that, and I don't know. At the end of the day, I'm like, who really gives a shit if some girls like lip sync into something or whatever? It's like,
Right.
but they're making money off of it. For Facebook, though, um, I don't know if it's, I don't know how more they could innovate, right? Because they did the dating thing, and they also did the
That's how you
marketplace.
know it's declining, man. When they
Well,
keep
that,
trying
yeah, yeah,
all
yeah,
these new weird things, they tried to add like what games or some shit to it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
But
mean,
I mean, like I feel like everything you need now from Facebook you can get in another app, like Snapchat, uh, like Instagram, obviously, Twitter. I mean, I don't use Twitter personally, um, but yeah, TikTok. I mean, I feel like just like or Discord, like
mhm.
everybody's like on Discord now. Because I feel like nowadays when I use Facebook, it's just like me sharing shit, right?
That's
Like
it.
I feel
That's
like
that's what it is. Yeah.
I don't post photos anymore. Like maybe I don't even really use the story mode. Honestly, I would rather use Instagram or Snapchat for
Unless
that,
you
right?
link it, because you can. I mean,
Yeah, you
usually my
could.
posts, yeah.
But then it's like if everybody's on your Instagram anyway, why share it, right? So it's just like another app. It's just like another chore to like share it on some other platform, right? Um, yeah, I really feel like I mean it was fun while it lasted, I guess.
It's like there was MySpace, there's Facebook. I honestly, at this point, because Facebook's been around for so long, right? Um, I don't see it going away anytime
I don't think it's going away
anytime soon.
anytime soon.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I mean, eventually, I'm sure like the people who are on it now might just stay on it, but I feel like it won't get any more. Like with all these younger generations now, they're just probably gonna end up like on other apps. I feel like.
And then there's more innovation to come. I mean, I don't know what other platforms. Like, I don't know. Like, you got TikTok. It's kind of replacing Vine, right? Um, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how much more you can innovate unless you do stuff that's like 4D or something like that, or
Right.
or whatever. You could smell the videos or some shit like that. But I
Some
don't know what
3D
else you
shit.
could do. Yeah, I mean, really, Facebook, I think, is really personal. It's just like, if you have like everyone's parents are probably on Facebook. It's like, yeah, my mom's there, whatever. They don't really
Right.
use Instagram unless they want to post memes or some shit. But um, is it
Because even
declining? Maybe, I
like
don't know.
organizations, I'm sorry, like even like organizations or like events now, like I feel like I could just get that on like another app.
Yeah, very true. Um, I think really Instagram is more where it's at, because again, you do make good money if you're up there, right? And that's social media, especially for the industry that we always talk about. As I always say, the industry is always evolving. But the industry, if you're a journalist or you want to show off work, right? Um, the marketplace is really important sometimes for certain people on Facebook, right? But also you could set up a shop on Instagram. So
Oh, can you?
yeah, you can. And so there's these
Oh,
different, and especially with a professional account or a business account, right? So direct to consumer, I would say, is the new thing. It's funny, which is why you guys are gonna think I'm stupid, but I research a lot of things. But there was this guy, I think his name is Danny D. He's like a porn star or some shit like that. he was talking in an interview on Lad Bible, and he was saying like, yeah, social media now is direct to consumer, right? Like for example, like I would imagine that Pornhub is like doing bad now just because OnlyFans, right? It's like it's more personal and you
Well,
charge the
that and
consumer,
like
right?
they had like all these allegations of like underage like people just like uploading content and shit, and then I think there was like a lawsuit against them too. So yeah, in addition to the OnlyFans thing.
Right. But like again, like everything now, there's so many tools and it's in the power of the sun in the palm of my hand or in my hands, whatever. There's so much that you could do, right? And there's so much you could sell and make by yourself, right? It's easier to do that stuff. So many different platforms for many different types of people. But I think that Facebook will always stand out just because it's been there from the start. And also they acquired, like for example, Instagram, right? And I don't know. I think Facebook is really personal. It's good for news too. I mean, I do like comicbook.com, right? Most of us get our news. Most of us nerds get our news from there or whatever, IGN or whatnot. And even like if people don't have cable, right? And they don't really know much about news, right? Like let's say there's a hurricane somewhere, and somebody shared it or whatever if you follow ABC. So I can't really see it declining. Like I wouldn't follow ABC on Instagram, like what I'm going to look at, right? Like what just
Right.
a random blurry
That's one thing I'll
thumbnail.
give Facebook. They're really good with like video sharing. Like if they're doing like a live stream, like say like the SpaceX launch or something. Like I would get a notification, just be like, hey, it's there's a live going on. So I guess in that regard, I guess I would still use Facebook. Because I still like I watch a lot of videos on there too.
Oh yeah, same here. I mean, and then there's that loophole, right? I mean, not loophole. There's that rabbit hole. There you go. That like you click on one video and then there's the recommended below
Right.
it. And I learned so much though.
I
Like I
know it's
learned
so
like
random.
how to make like I learned how to make mozzarella. Now I'm an expert just because I seen that. I learned how to cut the tile. So it's just like it's very
Just turn into
informative.
Skillshare at that point.
Well, that's what it is. That's why I think Facebook's important because it's very TikTok is too, but you're limited by the time you have, right? I mean, it's 3 minutes fine, but like with Facebook, you could watch a 28-minute long video and you could learn so much, right? It's very informative, and there is a lot of false information. They did get in trouble, I believe, with the KKK or something like that, where something about the freedom of speech or some shit like that, and
Well,
Mark.
I think they were uh correct me if I'm wrong. I think they were trying to fight like false like COVID information,
Yeah.
or even like with the election, the last election. I think they were trying to like disperse like false information about like the voting suppression shit. Um,
Right.
so I mean, I guess it is kind of biased, but at the same time, I mean, they have good intentions too. But I mean, it's like pick
Double-edged
your poison.
sword.
Yeah. But yeah, moving on. Um, Blade's release date changed apparently.
Ooh.
Uh, I'm excited.
I am too. Then what's to tell us? What's the deal?
So apparently Marvel's India Twitter account revealed that the movie may drop in October of 2022. I'm not gonna mess this up.
We don't do that here.
And we don't do that here. Yeah, so next year of October, because I was out at first, like I fucked up. I was like reading this, and for some reason I thought it was like this year, and I was like, how come we haven't seen like any trailer or promotion? Like like on the
Yeah.
same month they would drop it. I'm like, but then I reread it, and I was like, it's 2022, so I was like, okay. Um, but yeah, so what do you think? I feel like I have a theory. I think Marvel might be setting up like a Marvel Knights crossover, because we're getting like all these like underground characters. Like we've already got Shang-Chi, right? We got Moon Knight and then Blade coming, and then allegedly they might be bringing Daredevil back. I'm not gonna
I heard that somewhere
uh
too. I did hear that they're gonna make a
allegedly.
series or something like that. I did hear that.
Yeah,
It seems pretty
so
accurate. I don't know.
don't quote me on that, but Kevin, don't come after me. But
He will.
yeah, what do you think about that?
um, I completely agree. I mean, the sky's the limit with Marvel. There's so much changing too, as we've seen from Loki, What If, the new Captain America, right? I feel like the new generation of Marvel, or just goers, I'll say, moviegoers will finally see an involved MCU, and I think that's really exciting. It also makes me sad. Like I have a lot of nostalgia too, but um, Yeah, like U.S. Agent, Baron Zemo, stuff like that. Even those characters. And you can't.
Thunderbolts, hopefully.
Yeah, and like the Netflix series, like Netflix stuff, is the closest you can get to Marvel Knights with like tone, I'd say. Like coming from Punisher or Daredevil, most
Well,
notably.
Bernthal wants to come back too, and I think
Bring
they're
that
they're
guy
trying
back.
to. Yeah,
Yeah.
please.
And somebody give this man a contract. It's like they have to bring him back. But it's like I definitely agree. I think that that's in the works. Blade, look, I have no clue how they're gonna make some like a Blade movie, right? That's not rated R. Moon Knight is pretty violent as well, so we could get a taste of like tone, like oh, they're going really darker. Because that scene with U.S. Agent when he was Captain America, right? That was everyone says that's the darkest they went, but no, I don't really believe that's the darkest they went, but they say that, right? I
Hmm.
think that's a little
Dark for
taste
Disney,
too,
I guess.
right? And so like, and then also animation, right? What if we
Right.
just did a review for that, and it's like, um, the zombies episode, right? There was, or like Thanos getting split in half. There's just so many dark things. I think it's just imagery. But for animation in the past, they were really slick with like putting like little innuendos and stuff like that. So obviously for live action, I don't think they'll go that route to like make everything like a metaphor or something like that. So it has to be all imagery, and it has to be very visceral. And so I'm like thinking, I think that the universe will be set up. Now I'm just scared it's going to be watered down for Marvel Knights.
It's a possibility. I'm hoping it doesn't go the route that Venom 2 went.
Oh yeah, don't get me started.
Because I really want these characters to be treated well because especially like the Marvel Knights, like they had like the most um crossovers and arcs and storylines. Um like Moon Knight, especially Blade. So they're really like underappreciated characters, but they have so much like history and lore behind them. So I really hope they treat them well. But I don't know. Maybe I don't think they'll dilute, especially like this character as big as Blade. Um, because remember they're still coming off of Wesley Snipes' adaptation. So I don't think they'll go to. I mean, I did like that version because it did give us the rated R quality, especially like when you're dealing with that level of like violence, and it was a really dark movie. Um, but I think that's what was the strength of that movie. So I hope they don't dilute it too much. But Mahershala Ali is a really good actor, so I doubt
I love him.
I think he'll really do justice for the character. And
Yeah.
I like what's his name Oscar Isaacs for Moon Knight too. I think he's gonna do a really good job.
Oh, from the looks of it, yeah, and that leak photo from the costume. I can't wait for that because I know nothing about Moon Knight. So, yeah, I mean, sky's the limit. I mean, it's still 2022. They have a lot crammed on to the end of this year and the beginning of next year. We still have like plenty of trailers to see. I think because guys, we do want to do a video on Disney Investors Day. I can't find a concrete
We're
date
just
for
not
that.
sure when the
Yeah.
fucking
I seen it somewhere, and you've seen it
supposedly
somewhere.
supposedly it was what, it was November 12th or some shit.
So last Investors Day was around December 10th or
December, yeah, I
15th,
remember.
right? So like I'm making a prediction that it'll be around that day, but Disney Plus Day, right? Apparently Disney Plus Day is like a day like to look back on the achievements and all the shows. Now I don't know if they're gonna show new stuff because it'll be weird to show like let's say Shang-Chi Chu, here you go, but that's gonna be in theaters, right? So why would you put on Disney Plus Day?
Just don't make
Um,
it an award show, please.
no, I don't think so.
Please.
That's like rewarding yourself. I don't get that. That's like
Patting yourself on the back.
it's like I don't know. I know. I don't know. I don't know. I just they're gonna show a lot. I'm hoping that we get like at least some type of update because usually when they show a logo, right, that's not the final rendition. Because I remember Thor Ragnarok was like this badass like logo, and then all of a sudden it's like this retro 80s logo, right? So I'm hoping that we get like a new Blade logo, stuff like that, and more information possibly on Marvel Knights. I don't even think they'll call it Marvel Knights. I think it's just like we all know it's inspired from there. It's just that atmosphere and tone that's set.
Mm.
But yeah, probably Thunderbolts. A lot of Star Wars news too, so I'm really excited to see that.
Yeah, definitely. And then just going off of you mentioned like Thor and the new Asgardians, or well, Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special will introduce one of the greatest characters of all time, supposedly. My prediction, I mean, we still have Adam Warlock, right? They teased him at the end of Guardians 2. And Nova, which we kind of were expecting, since they showed the Nova Core. But I don't know. There's so many characters you could show. I mean, we still have Eternals we have to watch, obviously. Um, I don't know. Who do you think?
Um, I'm really thinking it's gonna be Nathan Fillion and like an alien costume. I really don't think it's gonna be something like a big deal. Like a lot of directors say that because they think that we're like close friends with them or something, like we're in their loop. But it's like I can't imagine as a holiday special. I mean, it could be a reoccurring character, something like really out there. It's the MCU. Everything's supposed to be connected, right? So unless we see, I always forget her name. That lady that showed up at the end of Black Widow and also in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, with the purple streak in her hair. Unless she shows up somehow or whatever, setting up Thunderbolts or something.
Right. Fontaine.
Yeah, Fontaine. It's like, for a Christmas special like that, it's just like a one-off. I can't imagine Adam Warlock. Like, I really feel like he's gonna show up in Guardians 3. Everyone's been waiting for it, right? And Nova as well. So I don't think those two would be there, but I can't say. I mean, it's like probably some obscure character. Probably like Sylvester Stallone's gang will show up somehow, right? And get more screen time because Sylvester Stallone's a big name.
Unless it's like Silver Surfer or something crazy.
Oh,
right?
no. Listen.
I don't think they'll do it.
No, that'll be crazy though. Fantastic Four obviously is like, that'll be crazy. I don't know.
Unless they I mean, it is a holiday special, so we're thinking around December, right? So unless they do a reveal at Disney Plus or Investors Day, whatever, like early like November, December, maybe. I don't know. We still need more details on it, but that's just my prediction.
We will see. I mean, really, October, November, December is really busy with Disney shows, and we have Hawkeye as well, right? Many more reveals to come.
Definitely.
So yeah, and we're gonna do a review of that too. So you guys watch out.
I got like strong Christmas vibes from that trailer. I know it's spooky season right now, but I'm so ready for Christmas just for that show.
yeah, right. I know. I can't wait to review.
I got my lights up. I know. Moving on. So, big news just came out. Kingdom Hearts Sora just made his debut to Smash Ultimate. I know you don't play Smash.
Yeah.
I used to play like a little bit, but I stopped for a while. But I know it's big news right now. Yeah, his reveal was definitely looking simple and clean. That's all.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I did watch the trailer. It was really fucking smooth, like the way he did it. And I think this is the classic Sora look. So I think his gameplay, like his combat moves will be derived from the original Kingdom Hearts. And he is available for Challenger Pack 11 on October 11th, and you'll be able to. It also includes tracks from Kingdom Hearts also. But I just think it's crazy that Smash is pulling from like all these franchises like Final Fantasy and Tekken. Like it's just so crazy. Like all the characters are pulling right now. Like it's just wild.
Well, that's great. I mean, that's super fun. That's super fun to see, especially with those graphics too, right? Just to fit them in. It's fun to see.
Smash has a big community.
Do you want to Smash? No.
I'm gonna plead the fifth on that one, but but I know you have some video game news also. Do you want to share?
Well, yeah. I mean, Far Cry 6 at the day of this recording just released. I can't wait to play that. If FedEx will ship it early, right? Alan Wake. Yeah, Alan Wake just came out too. I can't wait to play that. I'm a big fan of Control. Such a
got a big
game.
Following.
Yeah. It's like like the aesthetic, everything. I just cannot wait to check out Alan Wake. That's where it all started with that atmospheric tones, right? And they did a crossover in Control too, right? So I wonder if there's any Easter eggs like implanted for the remaster. So great for new generations of gamers, right? That hasn't played Alan Wake, because that was like even now I feel like that's like really hard to go back to it and just to play it, because it's dated, obviously, right? So, But yeah, those two definitely dropped. Far Cry 6, I can't wait to check it out. I heard it's like 50-50. It's like it's not the best ever. But apparently there's like three endings and whatnot, and I don't know.
Oh
I mean,
wow.
yeah, and then also they also set up actually Ghost Recon Frontline that just got announced.
Oh
Forgot to
shit.
mention that to you earlier. Yeah, that just got announced. That's a free to play 100 player. It's not a battle royale, like you're teamed up and you just do objectives and stuff like that. It's first person. So for Ghost Recon, that's like going back to the original roots, right? Like
Yeah, I remember.
if anybody was like weirded out, I mean that's like how it was originally.
I
Um,
remember I had like one of the original Ghost Recons like on PlayStation 1, like that's how old it was.
wow, yeah,
Yeah, I mean the graphics obviously don't hold up, but
right,
it's
yeah.
just nostalgic thinking about how far they've come.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They also have another game that I can't think about it for the life of me. But it's like that's the trend, right? It's all about bombastic games with a lot of players in it, right? And I really think that started really in Fortnite and also in uh Black Ops 4.
Overwatch.
Overwatch 2 as well. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like that's the new trend. I don't know. It's free to play, so it's not like you got to pre-order or whatever. But you could yeah, I think you could log in to like pre-test it sometime in October, right? I
Oh,
think,
like beta.
yeah, something like that. So it's like, good luck to you guys. I might test it out too. It's coming on all platforms as well, but it's free to play, so it's not like anything you go to GameStop to buy physical. Every company's trying to emulate the other, right? Like Apex, whatever.
Are you gonna play
So
Blood for Blood?
I never have been a Left 4 Dead fan, but I know this is the predecessor towards that, and I don't
Blood
know.
for Blood is the predecessor.
Back for blood, damn
Oh.
it. Yeah, it is. It is. It's they never made like a Left 4 Dead 5 or whatever, right? So they're doing this. I don't think it's in canon at all. But have you ever played that, by the way? I never have.
I don't think I have. No.
I never checked it out. Like I know that actually, which is funny because I don't know if you remember there was like a Zombies Wii U game way back when. That's the same company that's making
Oh, I think I remember
yeah,
that. Yeah.
Ghost Recon
Way back
Frontline.
when.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I I don't know. I didn't pre-order it, right? I'd rather be like the watcher and just watch people on YouTube play it, right? For the meantime.
All this
Um,
power, and this is what you do.
right. I mean, I don't know. I'm desperate for a new Days Gone. Actually, everybody like that's our world today. Is like everyone forgets about things like in 3 months or 6 months. But please make a Days Gone too. That's because we're talking about zombies games. So, but yeah. So those games I'm excited for. Obviously we have Guardians of the Galaxy coming out October 26th.
Yes.
I'm excited for that.
I'm gonna play the hell out that game when it comes out.
Yeah, like that I heard that it's really actually like the combat design is kind of like a mix of like Final Fantasy as well.
It looked
Um,
really fluid because it's by Square Enix, right?
yeah, yeah, yep.
Yeah, I mean, just from watching the trailer, I mean, obviously it's got like that Mass Effect like style where it's like choice based. So I do like that, right? It's like giving power to the player, for narrative.
Yeah, yeah, and then the team like just the way it's set up with the team fighting for you, I would say. I mean, they're fighting with you, but you could command them, kind of like Final Fantasy. I did see some gameplay where like you have like some team members or whatever. Um,
Yeah, I wish it was co-op.
yeah, I wish it was that. I wish it could play as like other characters as well. To be honest with you, I don't know why they like opted out of that. I wish I would have loved to play as like Gamora or even Rocket, right? But maybe for next time. I don't know. Um,
Next time, baby.
yeah. I mean, but that's all the game news I have right now. Just want to do a quick shout out though to Vikings Valhalla. Not much I'm gonna say about that,
Oh yes.
but I'm a big fan of Vikings Valhalla. Guys, check out Vikings. You could stream it on Prime Video. You could watch it. Season 6, amazing. Been there since the whole journey when Ragnar embarked in that journey, right? So I'm super excited for Valhalla. That takes place 100 years after the main series where it ended.
Gotta give this man a promotion. He's been a fan since day one. But yeah, just going off of or wrapping up video game news, I guess. Netflix has just acquired its first game studio, indie developer Night School Studio. Not familiar with them. I know they produced two games, After Party and Oxenfree. Apparently they say the games will be completely free without ads or in-app purchases, but that just means your Netflix bill is gonna be jacked the fuck up.
Right, and if we don't even
Right.
play it, it's still gonna go up. That's-
Telling you, it's gonna be the next cable.
the industry's always evolving.
But I just think it's interesting that I mean, no, we talked about this in an earlier news discussion, but yeah, I mean, Netflix is really going that route, I guess. I mean, I guess they have to kind of, keep it new, I guess, with all these streaming platforms. Like I always say, like Falcons, so like everybody's got a gimmick now.
Right.
Um, so yeah, I guess they're just trying to keep relevant at this point. But it's gonna be interesting how they do it. What do you think?
Well, I think what I'm saying actually is true. The industry is always evolving. Like, I don't know how they're going to do it, right? Because it's like so jammed. Netflix would be so jammed with that there too. I'm just imagining like how would the UI be, all right, or the dashboard on Netflix. Like I'm thinking about where they will place this. There's just so much work I think that has to be done, and it's like you said, they might raise the price, right, for people who don't give a shit about that game that's coming there, right? But
I mean, they're either gonna have to cut original series, or they're gonna have to cut licensing, because I'm just thinking about like how much content are they gonna keep.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. And then also it's like, how are you gonna, I don't know, like how are you gonna put that game there? What type of game would it be? How can you play it? Right. I would imagine like my thing is, I really do think that if you're gonna make it more of a complex game, right? Even like a side scroll or whatever. I don't think it's gonna be something where you have your TV remote control and it's just up, down, left, right, and then enter. I don't think it's gonna be like that. It might be something more towards like they're steering more towards like doing something on a PC or a laptop. Like that's where you play it, right?
I'm thinking it's gonna be like how like HBO had like HBO Now and HBO Max or Go, whatever the fuck.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I think they're gonna do like that. I think they're gonna keep Netflix like as it is, like with the movies and shows, and then they're gonna have like a separate thing that's kind of like Steam, where they're gonna have like like obviously like video game content. So maybe they'll have like an option, like when you log into Netflix, it'd be like, do you want to log into like Netflix games, whatever the fuck they decide to call it. So I think they're gonna do like that. Just have like two options, I guess.
Yeah, that makes so much sense now that I'm thinking about it. I'm like,
and then maybe you just pay like a premium or something for extra.
And then the games probably could be inspired by like famous Netflix shows too. Like Stranger Things, I believe, had like a side scroller game or something recently.
Well, apparently they are in development, I think, for like a horror game, supposedly, which makes sense because I mean, a lot of like Netflix shows nowadays are like all horror based, and it's funny when you're talking about like all these like zombie games, because I feel like horror games are like the new trend now. I mean, look at like fucking Dead by Daylight, like the community behind it. So I think like that's where they're going with that.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, Netflix is like filled with like horror stuff. I just watched what was that show called? It was the person who is behind Bly Manor and stuff like that. Midnight Mass. I think that's what it's
Midnight
called.
Mass. Yeah,
that's so good. I love that show. Yeah, you're in for a shock. Yeah, it's such a twist. Like I did not expect it to go down like that. But yeah, they're like, I don't know. I like your idea. That's definitely true. Maybe it's a different app. Yeah, for sure.
Because I'm just thinking it would be weird, like just putting random. I don't know how they're gonna do it. That's just my suggestion. Netflix, if you decide to do it, you can. My Cash App is in the description, so you know where to at me.
Right.
Do you have any other news?
Yeah. So Resident Evil, the trailer drops tomorrow. They had a teaser. They showed the zombie dog. Pretty like frightful imagery. I definitely think they're going hardcore with this. I haven't never been a Resident Evil fan, right? But I'm excited for this. This is supposedly gonna be faithful to the series. I'm not sure about that though.
They always say that.
You're right.
They always say that.
But it's coming out in theaters November 24th.
Oh, okay.
I think it's called Resident Evil Welcome to Raccoon City or something like that.
Is that animated or is that live action?
No, that's live action. Yeah, they casted everyone already.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. That's that's just a thing to see. I mean, I'm excited. At first I thought that was gonna come straight to Netflix, but now because they have two shows, right? Here's the weird thing: they have another live action show, but I don't think it's in canon towards this movie, Welcome to Raccoon City, because they casted different people, right? So it's like a complete separate like universe or whatever. It's not like
It's
connected.
like Death Note, when Death Note had like that Asian version, and,
Oh my
and then
God.
the horrible,
Oh, yeah.
the horrible American adaptation.
Right. Like that's how it is. I mean, I believe they have Lance Reddick here. If I'm not mistaken, I might be mistaken though. But yeah, I think they have him there. So that's cool. Also, Lost in Space teaser coming tomorrow, right? Season 3. We all been waiting very long. I'm a big Lost in Space fan. They take forever. They take forever to release these, but
I
it's
heard
so
they do,
yeah,
yeah.
it's so big budget. It's so like huge of a show, right? But yeah, the teaser's coming tomorrow, guys. From the time of this recording, so you probably would be seeing it right now instead of watching our video. So, but yeah, that's cool. Also, for more new movie news, we also are gonna have a review, and the movie's coming out as well for No Time to Die, which we have no time to die because we have to make content
Because
for
we're
you
too
guys.
busy
Yeah.
making this fucking podcast,
Right.
and school.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It is what it is. But like, expect a review soon. That's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, that movie looks really good, actually.
Yeah, and it's the last Daniel Craig Bond film, right? So that's gonna be cool. Yeah, but that's coming out. Also, I don't know if you guys are a big fan. Dylan's like a big Halloween fan. I don't know if he's a big fan of Paranormal Activity, but Paranormal Activity, next of kin, just had a trailer. It's gonna come in Paramount Plus. So Paramount Plus had an exclusive movie. Its first movie, actually, I think it's called Infinite, right, with Mark Wahlberg, and
How's your mother doing?
yeah, we have an insider joke about The Departed, guys. Yeah, follow us and you get more of the tea. But yeah, that
I got one question. How fucked up are you?
yeah.
There's some Mark quotes we can't put in this podcast just because they're too
We'll
bad.
get demonetized. We're
Yeah.
not even getting paid anyway, but still. But yeah, I mean, that Next of Kin looks interesting. I don't know what they're recording on, but like, it's the clearest 4K camera you ever had in this universe. It's like so
It's better
crystal
than our
clear.
shit, I'll tell you.
Yeah,
that.
right. It's like, give us those cameras. I
Our
mean,
grainy as fuck webcam.
I mean, I don't know. It's like a different tone. Not so much of a different tone, but it's definitely like more hardcore. I would say from the trailer, at least, it was like, wow, this might actually be good. It might be. I don't know if this is a soft reboot or not. I assume it isn't, but it's like, different stories to tell or whatever. Yeah, but Paramount Plus. So that's cool. Paramount Plus. If you're subscribed to Paramount Plus, you could also add it as a channel on Prime. Great content. Star Trek, Discovery, Picard, Evil.
And I think Halloween will be on Peacock too, right?
Yes, and we'll have a review of that too for you guys.
That's so weird. I thought
That's weird.
In 2018 they put it on HBO. Well, was HBO Max around at that time? No, I'm sorry. Last year they put it on HBO Max, the first Halloween, the 2018 version. So that's just weird to me that they're putting on Peacock. But like I said, everybody's got a gimmick now. So it's all licensing wars right now.
Yeah, that's like Peacock. The movie that I know, the first movie that I know that's exclusively on Peacock, which I know Halloween will be obviously in theaters, but it's that movie with James McAvoy. I think it's like My Son or something like that. If you have Peacock, check that out. Because it's completely improv. I don't know if you know about this, Dylan. It's like,
is it a new movie or is it?
Yeah. It's like,
I mean, I do love James McAvoy. I think he's great.
Great actor, and that's why this movie is like completely improvised. It's like, it's all improv. There is no script for him, so he's just basically going, and he's so natural and he's so good in this. Yeah, really captivating performance. But they have
just like him, like his morning routine, just eating a sandwich or something.
Well, no, it was interesting to see him like speak to people. What is he gonna say next? Because really, it is improv, and it's like, damn, no, this feels like so good to watch that. But Peacock is cool though. They have like a lot of cool shows. I mean, Mr. Mercedes, I love Mr. Mercedes. They also have The Lost Symbol. That's inspired by Dan Brown's. My voice is cracking. Sorry, I'm going through puberty. Dan Brown's novel. The Da Vinci Code, right? But yeah, so these streaming services are awesome with like trying to add inclusive or not exclusive, not inclusive because you got to pay a premium, right? But it's like it's exclusive films by Halloween. What do you think about that, Dylan? Just to give us a tease, because I know you're a big Halloween fan. What are you expecting from the newest Halloween movie? What do you want to see?
Well, first of all, I wanted to slap box those fucking kids in the trailer that were just like on the swing. I'm like, first of all, my mom would never let me out that like a
Yeah, I
fucking
know,
Halloween
right?
night.
No, never.
Like you think you want to make me believe that these kids are out on a fucking school night on
No,
Halloween night? No, fuck, with
I
a fucking serial killer
I
out. No,
wasn't
fuck
allowed on the street
that.
until like I was fucking
Right.
19. So
If the street lights were on, my ass had to be home.
right.
um, but I think it's interesting. I mean, I know they're already signed for 2 more sequels, including this one.
Oh
So
wow.
there's gonna so after Kills, I think it's Halloween Ends is gonna be the final one.
Oh geez.
But I mean, if tradition holds true, we'll probably get another reboot in a couple of years.
Right.
But I did enjoy the first one. I like where the director went with it. I think it was a cool retelling of the Michael Myers mythos. Yeah, I'm a big Halloween fan. I think Jamie Lee Curtis did a really good job coming back. It was weird not having Donald Pleasance back as as Dr. Loomis, but I think they're gonna show him because I saw like a clip in the trailer where like it zoomed out of Michael's house and there was a guy that was dressed in a trench coat that looked like Dr. Loomis. I don't know if they're gonna do like a de-aging thing and maybe just have like another actor play him. Um, but yeah, I don't. It was so funny, like just seeing like this town like rebel against Michael Myers. Like what the fuck are you gonna do? Like,
It's like that scene in Spider-Man 1 when like they're on the bridge.
you mess with one of us, you mess with all.
They all have like kitchen knives.
He slap boxes like all of them, just like he's at the town meeting, like stabbing everybody.
Yeah, I know.
He's running for mayor, like as we speak. Like,
Probably. I mean, he fucked up that town so much he's gonna about to control it.
I'm looking at like the old people like that moved into his house. Like, why the fuck would you want to move into his house? Of all the properties you could afford, that's the one you with the head of murder in it. That's owned by like the biggest serial killer in Haddonfield. Like, come on now. Like,
Seriously.
if rent was fucking $200, I still wouldn't move in that bitch. Like, you couldn't pay me to live in that house. Fuck that shit.
Affordable housing.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a really cool movie. Even if it's like not that great, I'll still go out and watch it. But yeah, I mean, a lot of good streaming content out right now. I do want to watch that new show on Amazon. I think it's called Upload. It's that
Oh yeah, that came out a while ago. Yeah, I think that's like a funny,
Oh, it already came out.
I believe
I'm
that's like a
sorry.
funny show. With Stephen Amell's brother. I think his name is
Yeah.
Robbie Amell.
Oh,
or
it's Stephen
something.
Amell's brother. Oh shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah, it looked really funny, so I was gonna give it a watch. I'm just waiting for The Boys, honestly, at this point, for season 3 to come.
Yeah, I can't wait to do a review of that too. But speaking of streaming, actually, you got some discussion points about Cowboy Bebop, right?
Yes, I was just gonna get to that. So Cowboy Bebop, the live action series on Netflix, just released their intro title sequence a couple of days ago. It is set for release, I believe, November 19th. I have mixed conflict. I mean, conflict of interest with this show. I mean, it's an anime that holds true to my heart. It's one of the first animes I ever watched growing up, and it's definitely held up as a goat all these years. So they have to be careful how they portray it. I mean, it's not like it's not a huge anime as far as like episodes. It's only like a 27 or 26 episodes, so it's a really short series. If you ever get the chance to watch it, I highly recommend it. They're really short episodes too, and they each feel like stylistically like so different. It's like watching like What If or Star Wars Visions. Like they're kind of like there's not like really like a main story. Well, there kind of is, but each episode is like unique in their own way. So I'm wondering how they're gonna do it because they only said like this live action series is what 7 or something episodes. I don't know.
I got a feeling it's gonna be like 10 episodes, to be honest
10
with you. I got a
episodes?
feeling, or 8, because that's the new fashion, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
So they're probably gonna like split up like the anime episodes into maybe like 2-parters or something. But I mean overall it looks alright. The intro title sequence I wasn't like totally blown away. I don't know.
really?
It's just like I don't know. It's I wish they would like do their own interpretation and not like go off of the anime. I mean, you have to respect the anime obviously. There's a lot of themes that surround it, especially with involving like music. Cuz it is based on like jazz. Like bebop actually means like it's like a form of jazz. Um so there's a lot of music motifs in the show. But I'm surprised we haven't seen like Ed, like the young girl. I don't know if they casted her yet, because they showed Faye, they showed Jet and Spike, obviously. They even showed like some of the villains that are actually like in the anime, like even in the title sequence. But and Ein the dog. But I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. Actually have the voice actor Steve Bloom's autograph. I saw him at a Comic-Con a couple years ago.
Oh, that's awesome.
He's really cool. So I wonder if he got involved somehow in this. But it looks interesting. It just feels a little bit too cosplayish for me. I don't know. I just wish I have to see. I have to wait. I'll watch it, but
That's true. Like when I saw the guy, what's the guy named, the cop? I forgot his name. With the blazer, the bull with the blazer, the blue.
Spike.
Yeah. When I saw him, I was like, it's a little bit cosplay. I like the other characters though. I don't know. I mean, we have to see like a full blown trailer, right, to see the aesthetic from it. Because I feel like that's a very like aesthetically different show
It's very
from like the rest, right?
yeah.
It's like very
It's very aesthetic.
yeah.
Like
So,
even like the ship designs and like the weapons and like the choice of music that it's a very stylized anime. So they have to be careful how they translate that onto live action.
very interesting.
But yeah. I'll just have to wait and see, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you have any more points before we get into my final news discussion?
That's it for me. You lead the way.
All right. Well, if you if you hated the last Game of Thrones season, get ready because we got another shit fire coming. No, I'm kidding.
Oh
no. Game of Thrones House of the Dragon, the new spin-off trailer just released. It looks interesting in my opinion. I'm not like a huge I watched all the series, but I'm not like an avid reader of the books. But what did you think watching it?
Yeah, actually, I came late to the party or what, the red wedding, I should say, and I just watched it now.
That's why you survived.
Right. It's like that's the thing. I loved Game of Thrones when it came out, and I like avidly watched it with my father. Like rewatched it actually. I remember I watched it a while back, but then I rewatched it just to watch with him, and it's like I love every moment about it except like the last episode, honestly. And I forgot it. I
One
forgot
of
it all.
HBO's like
Yeah.
biggest shows.
Yeah, it's
like besides the Sopranos.
yeah,
like,
it's a
one of the
benchmark.
biggest shows.
Yeah, it's definitely a benchmark. But it's like this season looks good. I don't know what much to say about it. I'm not like a big Game of Thrones aficionado, you know, but from what I could tell, it looks good. I mean, it is a prequel, right? So I'm glad to see the throne there. That was pretty iconic. One of the most iconic things like in shows, you know. We also see like a great cast, right?
Matt Smith as I don't know if he's gonna be Rhaegar. But I don't know. Matt Smith has been like in everything lately. The Crown.
I love The Crown. Yeah,
it's a good show. And then that new movie he's got coming out last night in Soho with the actress from Queen's Gambit.
Yeah, Anya Taylor.
And I think he's gonna be in Mobius. Morbius.
Oh, is he really?
I heard.
Okay.
It was apparently leaked that he was gonna be in that. So yeah, he's in everything. And of course, Doctor Who. I was a big Doctor Who fan back then. But yeah, it looks interesting, and apparently it takes place 200 years before the events of the main show. So I'm wondering if we're gonna see like younger version. Well, I mean, it can't. I don't know. It can't be like right before the show, obviously. So I feel like it's gonna be like a Star Wars like Old Republic sequel kind of thing.
Yeah.
Where they show like the Targaryens at the height of their power. But maybe we'll see like, you know, the Lannisters like in their early days, or like the Baratheons, and even the Starks too.
Well, it's definitely new territory, which I think is exciting. Game of Thrones really is a lot about like just storytelling. I mean, the world building there, it's amazing, right? That's why a lot of people love Game of Thrones, and the set pieces and the scenery, right? And we get to see
the world building is beautiful.
Yeah, and we get to see like the origins of many characters or just families and stuff like that. So I think that that's gonna be great. I know that the Targaryens apparently they got screwed right at the end, or you know, but
But it'll be interesting to see like what led up to that.
Right, and is this just how many seasons? Like, do you know if there's gonna be multiple seasons? I assume there should be.
I don't.
Right?
I mean, obviously, they're planning one season right now, but hopefully, I guess they're just waiting to see how well it does before they greenlight another one. I don't know. It's HBO. They can do. I mean, if we can get away with 8 seasons of the main show that went past the books, I'm sure we can get a good amount of seasons for the prequel series.
And HBO Max is set. Now, my question is, what's going on with cable? Like, I would assume it's gonna be on HBO, like on cable, but like it said HBO Max, like that was the promotion right there. So it's like, I mean, like for example, the show I'm rewatching Succession, right? That's on HBO, right? But you can still check it out on
It's a
HBO
really good
Max.
show.
It's an amazing show. You guys got to check it out. You too, Dylan. It's an amazing show, and season 3 is coming out. It's like around the corner. Honestly, like around like October, later half of October. Check it out, guys. I think October 16th. But yeah, going back to this, it's like same thing with the streaming thing. It's like there's a lot of like very exclusive shows that you definitely want to get HBO Max just to watch that. I'm excited for it. It's Game of Thrones, right? Who wouldn't be excited for it? So
Right.
I'm excited for it.
Me too. I definitely can't wait. A lot of good shows coming out end of this year. We still got obviously Book of Boba Fett coming out.
Oh,
It's so weird the timing that they were gonna release it. That's like right at the end of the year. Like really, like who is in charge of this fucking scheduling?
yeah.
It's like end of the year and then right into January. So I don't know, but it looks really good. I mean, hopefully we'll get more showcasing of that and Disney Plus or Investors Day. But I'm excited. Yeah, a lot of good movies. And I forgot Dune's coming out this month too. I heard it's been doing really good, like internationally in the box office. So I mean, that's a good sign.
Yeah, expect a review for that too, guys.
All right, guys. Well, that wraps up our news discussion and our first episode of season 2. So, as always, we thank you for your patronage. And if you like more content like this, please give us a follow, share, a like, however you can help the channel. Check out Akram's channel too, Green Steel.
Yay!
Lord knows he needs it.
Help! Follow my GoFundMe.
We're not raising a charity here, but it is what it is.
Yes, we are. If you guys want to, if you guys want to.
Every crutch helps. But yeah, if you want to follow us on our social media accounts, also they're tagged at the end of this video and in the description. And as always, just keep your eye out for new episodes coming out. We're trying to give you as much content as we can because we enjoy what we do. And yeah, just stay tuned. But until then, thank you for having lunch with us.
Thank you, guys.